When I was 13, my teacher gave me an F, so I made a catfish account that had a relationship with him and then sent it to his wife and got him divorced. You know, something tells me that probably didn't happen. Some woman said my nose was ugly, so I found her address, printed out the comment, and mailed it to her. Well, that probably freaked her out a bit. I think your nose is fine. When I found out that he cheated on me, instead of breaking up with him, I made a fake account, sent him the proofs, and told him that if he didn't send me the money, I would send everything to his girlfriend. You know, that actually would be kind of freaking awesome. Like, I haven't seen that in a movie or anything, but why have I not? To be fair, I've not seen all the movies. How it feels when you're no longer good at what used to be your thing. I mean, I don't know, that art still looks pretty good. That is better than a lot of art I've seen. I dated a Chinese guy, a French guy, and an American guy. Broke all of their hearts. That's for Vietnam. What? 4 signs you are bisexual. Number 5, you like men and women. That's not really relevant. Is that not relevant? I'm a straight white man, keep in mind. So, like, you know, I can't speak for the bisexuals, but I dated this blind girl till she broke up with me a few weeks ago. Guess who's back with a different voice? Right, okay. One thing I've noticed about having so many hair colors is that you will be treated the best with long brunette, the worst with short unnatural, you'll get hit on the most with red, and you'll be mansplained to the most with blonde of any length. I can't speak for a lot of these, but as someone into redheads, yeah, it might come out. These 2-day weekends are starting to feel a lot like 30-minute lunch breaks. Oh man, that's terrible. Girls thinking their psychiatrist cares about them is the same as men thinking the stripper actually loves them. This comment is my Roman Empire. You look like Chucky's non-binary child. That's mean. I've not seen any Child's Play. Who is that? Remembering the time I went to T-Mobile to get a prepaid SIM, and right as I was about to leave, the cute employee who was helping me that day said, before I forget, and wrote 10 digits in the back of the receipt. So I texted the number like, hi, thought you were cute, only for the message to bounce back because it was my own new number. That is unfortunate. What a bold move that would be, though. I mean, damn. You'd probably get in trouble for that, but yeah, you know. POV, me eating, realizing I should ask my barber where he gets his haircut, then go there and slowly make my way up the chain until I find the greatest barber in the world. POV, you're hiding in the bathroom because you have to tell a patient they have terminal cancer, and you're scared they're going to be mad at you. Hey, look, man, you didn't give them cancer. Don't shoot the messenger. Can you imagine if, like, this is like actual anxiety doctors have? They have to hype themselves up to, like, tell the bad news. I'm sure that actually does happen, and it must be the worst ever. Me thinking about how my ex-high school boyfriend used to weigh me every week to make sure I stayed under 120 pounds, but buy me blonde, box dye, and dye my hair every 3 weeks, measure parts of my body, and made me do crunches in front of everyone in McDonald's that one time because I ordered more than he allowed. What the f***? Growing up and learning, I actually had a chance with, like, half the YouTubers I had a crush on at 12. Oh, not a good thing. Me when I buy 6 $10 items and the total is $60. What the hell? You draw lesbian furries. How f***ing embarrassing. Meanwhile, $98,000 in the PayPal balance. Yeah, hey, before you make fun of a furry for their life and how stupid it is, especially if they're an artist, consider the fact that they've probably got it f***ing made. Alright, more than you ever will. Me staring at my mom after she revealed my deepest, darkest secret to make our guests laugh. Genuinely, I don't know how the f*** I'm supposed to have kids. You're telling me if they suggest getting ice cream for dinner and picking up another dog on our way back, I have to say no and act like that's not a great f***ing idea? LMFAO? Sorry, I'm not fake. Just went out wearing my 1920s clothing and heard a girl ask her mom if I was a ghost, to which her mom replied, no, I think that's just a lesbian. Me explaining that people often forget that there was a time before glasses, which explains many historical myths and legends. You know, that's something I never considered. Me pretending I don't know the drama so I can get the tea from both sides. Hey look, nothing wrong with knowing both sides, and knowing is half the battle. Since people are exposing older sister traumas, one time my sister wanted to see if the garage door was strong enough to crush a human, so she put a helmet, elbow, and knee pads on and made me stand under it while she pressed the button. We said our goodbyes to each other just in case. What? Karma is the nastiest bitch I ever met because 6 years ago when I was 19, I ghosted the nicest guy who had the best intentions for me and tell me why he's the person that's interviewing me for a job that I desperately need tomorrow. When I tried to get back at a homophobic guy by adding him to a private story called Gays Only, but he slid up and said, "How the f did you know? You better not say shit to anyone." Just saying, you know, sometimes there's some projection going on. Dads be like, go help your mother. Bro, go help your wife. You know what? I wish I knew to say that. I'd probably get my ass beat. No, metaphorically. Me remembering when I had a patient in early 2020 with shortness of breath and flu-like symptoms who just came back from China, and I told them it was probably just anxiety. I like the idea of just a doctor who's constantly nervous to tell things to his patients. Do regular dogs see police dogs and think, oh shit, it's the cops? I don't understand airports. I don't believe these people are even real. Why are 200 people flying to Chicago from Cincinnati the same time as me? It is a Monday at 8 p.m., the most random time of the week. Do none of you work? And the plane is at full capacity? How? It takes less time to drive there. Why did we all make this stupid financial decision? The man next to me is wearing shorts. It's snowing in both cities. I think these exact same things. Plot twist, a lot of humans think the exact same things. POV, me having a sandwich realizing I can't figure out if there's 365 birthdays or 8 billion birthdays. Sometimes when my husband makes me mad, I look at him through a fork and pretend he's in jail. An introvert taking their much-needed bathroom break after throwing out 83 oh yes, 35 no ways, and 49 that's crazies at the family gathering. When I'm showing my friend a movie and they guess the plot twist in 10 minutes, so now I gotta gaslight them. Yeah, just gotta say like, oh, well, I mean, I don't know, yeah, maybe. God damn it. Ben Shapiro when Barbie is about Barbie and not how amazing straight white men are. Someone just called my son gay on the Xbox and he responded, I'm straighter than the pole your mom dances on. I'm not intervening. Damn, this guy has a nice beard. I'm sorry, he's a handsome man. I'm envious. At the gym, I said subscription instead of membership, and the guy replied with, lol, this isn't a pharmacy. MF, that's a prescription. We're both stupid. When you go on your boyfriend's phone to catch him cheating and all you find is my girlfriend autistic in his search history? You choke to death on an ice cube. No one will know how you died. No, they'd find signs of asphyxiation, something lodged in the throat at one point. Ever heard of forensics? This poor fly got on the plane in Houston and will get off in London. His whole life is about to change, bruh. Now when I look at a fly, I'm gonna wonder if it's from across the pond or not. When I took my little sis to a party last week and I left her unsupervised, so she ate some cake that she is allergic to, and I had to rush her to the hospital, and she stuck her head out the window to get some air, and she hit a pole and her head flew off. Her head what? I miss the feeling of ripping teeth out of my gums and then sliding my tongue around in the bloody missing tooth hole. I had a dream recently that I pulled a tooth out. That was weird. When I was a kid, I wanted to invent a plug to go into your butt so you wouldn't accidentally fart in public, and then I grew up. I can't believe I told this idea to so many adults and not one of them told me to stop saying that out loud. Internet friends are so weird because, like, I know your deepest trauma, but I've never seen your legs. When I woke my ex up saying I went through his phone and he immediately put his shoes on, said, so I guess we're done, and left. Real talk. How many people out there are going through their partner's phones? Because that is weird. I don't care the reason. You should trust each other enough not to have to do that. I had to poop, but now I don't. Where did it go? Is it stuck? Is it lost? Did it evaporate? Did it teleport? Will it come back? Did it eat itself? Alcohol is more socially acceptable to drink in public than milk. Is it really? I walk down the street with a glass of milk in my hand. I don't think anyone's gonna say much, but if I'm walking down the street with a bottle of liquor, might be a different story. My crush told me in the future she wants her kids to marry mine because I have a good heart. What zone am I even in now? I believed in God as a kid because I always felt so moved during worship songs at my megachurch, and then I went to a One Direction concert and felt the same thing and realized I just like live music. Inflation. Wait a minute, what the hell? Ever realized how f***ing surreal reading a book actually is? You stare at marked slices of tree for hours on end, hallucinating vividly. When you start believing every TikTok like your mom believes every Facebook post. I don't believe every TikTok. Once I started spending my own money, I realized my mom was right. We do have food at home. End of my bloodline because one son likes boys and the other needs medication to be one. Well, hey, I'm just happy that you're supportive. That's what matters most. When you realize every odd number has the letter E in it. 2. Nice one. Or nice 2. I married a man who smiled at me when the ultrasound tech told us our baby didn't have a heartbeat anymore. What? Set your Wi-Fi password to 2444666668888888 so that when someone asks you for your password, you can tell them it's 123456778. Me explaining how it's actually really awesome that fire burns in the visible light spectrum because otherwise we'd be. In 2018, I ghosted a girl and she commented my phone number on all the One Direction members' Instagram saying Harry's number leaked and I had to change my phone number 3 times. But who would believe that? I love hanging out with a large group of friends so I can go nonverbal and listen to them like it's a podcast. When my ex confessed to cheating on me and I asked with who, and this MF said, guess. Yesterday, my daughter's bully called her an ugly whore and poured milk in my daughter's chair before she sat down. So this morning, I printed off the pictures I had saved of this little girl's happily married mama in another state eating face with another man. I put them in a sealed envelope, addressed it to the girl's father, and told my daughter to slip it in the little take-home folder during recess. When I was 9, I wanted a pet horse so bad, and to convince my parents, I wanted to show them I'm a good equestrian, so I made them watch me ride a pillow and my mom started crying. Oh, when you realize you should have bought a house in 2008 instead of being in 2nd grade. Love this girl so much Zendaya could offer me a date and $1 million and I'd say yes, but I'd hesitate. Me watching people queue for half an hour for the flight we all have assigned seats on. When I broke up with a white boy and he deleted his Stop Asian Hate story highlight. Oh no. Brother said, resume Asian hate. When I was 9, I was at the park and this woman yelled out, okay, let's go home, it's time for dinner. And I was hungry, so I followed 5 other kids to the car and they didn't notice until we went to their house and I asked them where my plate is. Me explaining that in Monopoly, if no one even buys a property, everyone gets richer and no one loses. COVID proved if there was a zombie apocalypse, 99% of y'all would just hide your zombie bites. That's actually true, and that would be terrible. When I was fresh out the psych ward in 8th grade and I was really bored in Spanish class, so I raised my hand and said, "Me gusta comer caca," and my teacher went on a rant about how I needed professional help in the front of the whole class. Me when I was carrying my dead Great Dane in a giant suitcase on the subway to the vet to get cremated, and a guy asked, "What's in the bag?" And I panicked and said, "Laptops," and he stole it from me and ran. When he's a 10, but he accidentally got my mom pregnant when I was out of town and they are keeping it, so now I don't know if he's my BF or stepdad. What? If the police did their jobs, everyone would trust them. Ain't no song called the fire department. I mean, yeah, you got that right. I'm so horny. I can't do this, brother. I'm gonna need you to take that off and find another profession. When I was 16 in the ER getting an ultrasound on my appendix and the doc stopped to tell me he liked my underwear. Fucking yikes. I hope you said something about that. Hope he's not a doctor anymore. Just got kicked out of church for yelling "F the devil." I thought we hated that motherfucker. What you ought to do is bring a projector, get a computer console, get Doom going, and yeah, if they get mad at that, I'll be shocked.